Okay, let us start with the X posts. We got one from Mr. Donald J. Trump himself, the president. At Truth Social at 5:27:25, 5:41 p.m. EST. I told Canada, which very much wants to be part of our fabulous Golden Dome system, that it will cost $61 billion if they remain a separate but unequal nation. Remain a separate but unequal nation, but will cost $0 if they become our cherished 51st state. They are considering the offer. Jesus fuck Trump. Oh shit. I mean, I don't. Canada won't be covered, but the U.S. will be. President Trump threatens to withhold federal funding to California for allowing boys to compete in girls' track. This is the way I voted for this. California, under the leadership of radical left Democrat Gavin Newsom, continues to illegally allow men to play in women's sports. This week, a transitioned male athlete at a major event won everything and is now qualified to compete in the state's finals next weekend. As a male, he was a less than average competitor. As a female, this transitioned person is practically unbeatable. This is not fair and totally demeaning to women and girls. Please hereby advise that large-scale federal funding will be held back, maybe permanently, if the executive order on the subject matter is not adhered to. The governor himself said it is unfair. I will speak to him today to find out which way he wants to go. In the meantime, I am ordering local authorities, if necessary, to not allow the transitioned person to compete in the state finals. This is totally ridiculous situation. Oh shit. Here's another one. Mediocre male athletes. No boys allowed. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be I'm with this no boys allowed and the um this is an excellent question. If white privilege exists, then why did Elizabeth Warren pretend to be an Indian? The best eclipse ever. It's fucked up. They made a fucking doll of her too. What the fuck is... Oh my god. Oh, people are so mean. Public records appear to show, this is from Andy now. The mayor of Seattle, Bruce Harrell, lied when he said the Christian worship event went to Cal Anderson Park to be intentionally offensive to the LGBTQ plus neighborhood. Records show the group requested a different area but was directed to the park by the city where Trantifa attacked them. Seattle Mayor Bruce Harrell. Oh, peaceful. Oh, what is this? Same on an extreme right-wing rally at Cal Anderson Park. Today, Mayor Bruce Harrell released the following statement. Seattle is proud of our reputation as a welcoming, inclusive city for the LGBTQ plus communities, and we stand with our trans neighbors when they face bigotry and injustice. Today's far-right rally was held here for this very reason, to provoke a reaction by promoting beliefs that are inherently opposed to our city's values in the heart of Seattle's most prominent LGBTQ neighborhood. Jesus. Wasn't there a cop that was recently fucking taken out? Like someone was hunting cops or some shit? Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know, man. Wait, wasn't there a recent thing that happened in Seattle? Is that why he's saying that right now? Oh. Parking lot shooting. Oh, I think this is what this is. Conservative Christian rally in Seattle bombarded by rowdy counter-protests against fascist, family values. Oh yeah, there was the George Floyd thing recently too. Oh yeah, this is what. Yeah, there was a manhunt for someone. Oh yeah, that's right. See, there was a shooting there too. Jesus Christ. Huh. Uh. Oh yeah, there was this one, right? Oh, this was a year ago. Anyways. Except for conservative, straight individuals, he is beholden only to his donors. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with this. I think the Seattle mayor or whatever is off his rockers.
Now, I know that people are confused right now because for whatever reason, we had a guy that went in, and you talk about people invading our data. Listen, people said that they were upset about TikTok, but I'm upset about the guy that runs Twitter, who for sure is doing nefarious things, because I don't understand, if you are trying to conduct audits and figure out where the waste, fraud, and abuse is, I don't know why you would go to some tech guy. In fact, it
He
was only
doesn't
techies
do
that were sitting
audits.
there at inauguration.
The
We didn't
IRS
have
does the
auditors.
audits.
I would welcome auditors to come in and do forensic audits. In fact, he sat there in the Oval Office yesterday, and he admitted that he was lying, and he was using his propaganda machine to do it. When he said that we sent
He never
millions
said
of
any
dollars
of
to
that.
Gaza for
Jasmine
condoms.
Crockett is
That
out
was
for
a lie.
robbers.
So let me tell you something.
The gentlelady's time has expired. The gentlelady's time has expired.
Rein in this rogue actor known
The gentlelady's time has expired.
See, I'm Jasmine Crockett. And let me tell you, see, they ain't got what we got, okay? See, we got democracy on our side. See what I'm saying? And this Elon Musk guy, this he won't be worried about TikTok, okay? What he needs to be worried about is like, he needs to be worried about not what's going on in the Oval Office, okay? He needs to be worried about what's going on in his office, okay? See, I'm one of the smartest black women that you will ever know, okay? And that is what they are afraid of. They are afraid of us, okay? Okay?
Okay. I meant to go all the way up because I think there's like more updates. Have you ever understand what Congresswoman? Oh yeah, they were selecting her, or they were trying to put her on the pedestal, right, for GOP or something. Oh, she purchased 10 homes. Or two, wait, I'm sorry, 10 homes. Not 10 homes. 3 homes. I saw 10 million. I was like, huh? 10 million, 18 months into making 174K. About to find out where the money is coming from. A 2 million house, a 1.5 million loft, and a 1.5 million lakefront cabin. Someone's living the lavish lifestyle as a senator. We are the underdogs. What is this? We as a says Trump belongs.
Talk about what President Trump did yesterday, giving the
It's
commencement address at
MSNBC.
West Point. Besides congratulating the graduating cadets, they got to hear the president veer off into his usual grievances and political attacks. Let's take a listen.
I went through more investigations than Alphonse Capone, and now I'm talking to you as president. Can you believe this? I must tell you, a lot of trophy wives. Doesn't work out. They subjected the armed forces to all manner of social projects and political causes, while leaving our borders undefended and depleting our arsenals to fight other countries' wars. The job of the U.S. Armed Forces is not to host drag shows. We will not have men playing in women's sports, if that's okay.
So, look, we are all used to Trump making campaign-style diatribes in, inappropriate settings. But what is your response to him doing it at West Point?
Listen, you say we're all used to it. No, I am tired of it, Alex.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I'm right there with
he
you.
literally sounds like someone who is broken out of the insane asylum. Like, he just be all over the place. Like, get him some ADHD medicine, if nothing else, because I don't know where he's ever going to go. And I don't think that those that have gone through West Point expected to have their commander-in-chief address them and start talking about trophy wives or start talking about how he had so many investigations. What a great reminder that you are not qualified to be the person that potentially will command us as troops to go into war. Like, that is not instilling confidence whatsoever. And honestly, our troops deserve better. Our graduates deserve better. We as a country deserve better. And frankly, if we are going to ever be seen as the world leaders that we historically have been, the world deserves better. It is time for Republicans to start calling him out and start questioning his mental acuity and whether or not he is equipped to serve mentally. We know when it comes down to his criminality, he is not qualified to serve. But
he is not qualified to serve. I mean, he served one term and then he's serving another. I mean, were you qualified to run? No, you qualified to run for the Senate instead. You're a congresswoman. Why don't you act like it? Are you the president? I don't think so. I don't think so. Miss Ghetto Bitch. What will Jasmine Crockett be reminded for? That's racist. As fuck. Y'all just mad because I'm retarded. Soros, Democrat. The fake ghetto. President Crockett lied about noticing Biden's diminished mental acuity.
Implication being those people think he has made mistakes.
listen, I'm going to tell you this. People tried to talk about the mental acuity of Joe Biden. And as someone who was able to interact with him, I never questioned his mental acuity. But come on now. Come on. Like, you are crashing the economy. We are talking about record.
Implication being those people think he has made mistakes.
She sure does blink a lot. I'm blinking, I'm telling the truth, I'm blinking. Anyways. There's our congresswoman from fucking Texas. Ugh. Blech. All right, here we go. Second suspect surrenders in NYC crypto kidnap case. So we got another guy connected to this guy who was apparently doing a lot of fucked up shit. Apparently this guy was torturing people. He was like paying people to do some torturing. I don't know, or some shit.
We have another major development to tell you about in that stunning investigation involving cryptocurrency, kidnapping, and torture, according to police. A second man is set to face a judge tonight after his arrest. William Duplessis surrendered to the NYPD this morning, accused of holding an Italian businessman hostage for weeks. News 4's Mark Santia has details.
The suspect and his attorneys made no statements to the press today. Only News 4 cameras were rolling as William Duplessis, the second suspect in the crypto kidnapping case, walked to the 13th precinct in Gramercy Park with 2 attorneys by his side this morning. Detectives from NYPD's Major Case Squad greeted Duplessis at the front door. He was placed in handcuffs and, hours later, escorted out by the same detectives and taken to court. This case unfolded last Friday when an Italian businessman allegedly being held captive in this Soho home where he was tortured for 17 days escaped. This is exclusive surveillance video.
Yeah, apparently this is the tortured guy who runs up on the cop. He's like, what the fuck?
Begging for help from an NYPD traffic agent. A short time later, a so-called crypto king, John Waltz, was taken into custody while wearing a robe. According to law enforcement sources, Waltz and Duplessis are accused of imprisoning and torturing their third business partner, the 28-year-old Italian citizen. Investigators say the 2 men took his passport and electronic devices, then demanded the password to his Bitcoin account.
It was someone who was also
trying
investing. Oh wow!
Beat him with a pistol.
Holy
used
shit!
A chainsaw
Basically
on his
held
leg,
this guy hostage.
Urinated on him, drugged him, shocked him with live wires, and even dangled him off the building. When the victim finally escaped, he ran to this nearby traffic agent, allegedly covered in cuts and bruises. Sources say officers recovered a gun inside the lavish townhouse, which they described as a high-end frat house, complete with an elevator, stripper poles in the basement, and expensive liquor scattered throughout the building.
Jesus.
Duplessis is expected to face a judge this evening.
What
Waltz
the fuck?
is expected to be back in court tomorrow.
Wild.
In Lower Manhattan, I'm Mark Santia, News 4 New York.
Yeah, that shit's wild. Holy. Apparently, NPR is trying to sue Trump now. I don't think that's gonna work. Also, why do they get federal funding? That doesn't make sense. Federal funding for what?
Trump, arguing that an executive order aimed at cutting federal funding for the organization is illegal.
It's really a double whammy from a First Amendment perspective and for NPR and the local stations. First, it is a direct effort by the government to control.
Why were they giving them federal
viewpoint
money
in the
anyways? Isn't
journalistic
that our
sphere? And that's
taxpayer
one of the
money?
most
I don't want our money
egregious
going
First
to
Amendment
fucking
violations
NPR.
there
What
can
is this
be.
shit?
In addition, it's seeking to interfere with the independence of the local stations and their choice of national content.
The lawsuit was filed Tuesday in federal court in Washington by NPR, Colorado Public Radio, Aspen Public Radio, and KUTE Inc. It argues that Trump's executive order to slash public subsidies to PBS and NPR violates the First Amendment.
The Supreme Court just last year in the Moody versus Net Choice case said that the Constitution, the First Amendment, forbids the government from seeking to coerce news organizations and others in terms of editorial choices. And here, the executive order quite explicitly says.
So are they trying to say that him trying to cut the federal funding of these companies is making so that they adhere to his rules? I don't think so.
Harrison Fields said that the
that's a
Corporation for
stretch.
Public Broadcasting is, quote, creating media to support a particular political party on the taxpayer's dime.
Wait, what? They're fucking news media outlets. What the fuck are they talking about? Get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck said they can get federal funding? No, fuck them. Tell Trump to fucking schlag them. Schlag them all. Fucking get the shillelagh. Here's
this morning, a
Crypto
first look
King
at the
stuff.
Italian businessman and alleged kidnapping victim running barefoot and flagging an officer for help, an exclusive video obtained by WNBC. The unidentified victim, appearing to carry a bag and another item, escaped this luxury New York City townhouse where prosecutors say he was electrocuted, pistol whipped, and held captive for weeks in a shocking scheme to steal his Bitcoin. According to a bail application, the 28-year-old was finally able to escape Friday by promising to provide the defendant with his Bitcoin password contained on his laptop. When the defendant left the victim to retrieve the victim's laptop, the victim was able to escape down the stairs.
John, did you
He
kidnap
tried to
that
steal his
tourist?
shit.
Crypto millionaire John Waltz was arrested Friday and now faces numerous charges, including assault and kidnapping. Law enforcement sources say an accomplice who has not been publicly identified is expected
Better
to
open
turn
up that
himself in
fucking.
this week.
Better open up that
Both
cold
had been
storage
in
wallet,
business for
bitch.
years with the alleged victim,
I'll fucking
whose
pop
net
you in
worth
the balls.
is
You
around
better
$30
open it,
million
bitch.
as cryptocurrencies have surged in value in recent months. Bitcoin up nearly 60% over last year. A motivating factor, as security experts say, for criminals.
There's less guardrails on moving crypto than there is cash and wire transfers. So I think in the crypto world, you're going to have to start looking at some of the same safeguards that we have in the regular banking and wire world.
Brazen attacks on crypto entrepreneurs have been popping up around the world.
I'm really concerned.
Crypto regulation
even in
expert
France.
Alexander Amanino says he
Yeah,
started
the
avoiding
France one.
industry
That
gatherings
was
and
recently.
varying his commute after a series of violent incidents in France. After a mass
Yeah,
group
this
was
one.
caught on camera in
Oh,
Paris,
so they
trying
do
to
know
abduct
about
the
it.
daughter of a French crypto
Chrono
executive
post.
earlier
I'm
this
pretty sure
month.
that's just a.
Just the fact of being in the crypto ecosystem.
I think that's a
puts
fake
you target in
vehicle.
the back.
Because hopefully they would not do that and put their goddamn tag brand on their fucking vehicle to link them to the attack. But you know, some criminals are retarded, as they say. What do you got here? CBS Philadelphia.
We continue to follow breaking news after multiple people were shot in Fairmount Park. This all went down on the 800 block of Lemon Hill Drive about an hour ago. What you're looking at is the aftermath of a car meetup. At least 4 people have been taken to the hospital. We are still trying to find out the extent of their injuries. A pedestrian was hit by a car in all of the chaos and was also taken to the hospital. Details are still coming in at this late hour, and we will
Jesus,
bring
what
everything
the
up
fuck?
to date on air in the morning and online.
A fucking bus crashed into a goddamn phone pole or something. Electric pole. Former aide says Sean Diddy Combs kidnapped her in a plot to kill Cudi. Oh yeah, that's right. Kid Cudi fucking. Oh yeah, I think I have something of some news. We can. I don't know if Kid Cudi's in there, but yeah, we got some new. There was some news today. His trials went back up today because it's not a holiday.
Now at 9, a former assistant to Sean Diddy Combs is testifying this morning in his sex trafficking trial. Capricorn Clark told the jury she saw Combs kick his then-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, repeatedly. KTLA's Eric Spillman in the newsroom with more. Eric, good morning.
Morning, Frank. We have new details this morning about how Sean Diddy Combs reacted when he found out his girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, was seeing the rapper Kid Cudi. Combs' former assistant, Capricorn Clark, is on the witness stand. She testified that it was back in 2011 that Combs learned Cudi was in a relationship with his longtime girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. Clark testified that Combs became enraged. She says Combs told her, quote, "I should kill you both and I should cut her face." Clark says Combs threatened her at least 50 times. She testified that one day in December of 2011, Combs showed up at her home early in the morning, armed with a gun, and kidnapped her. She testified Combs demanded to know, "Why didn't you tell me about Cudi?" And she testified Combs said, "Get dressed. We're going to go kill him." Clark told the jury, "I had never seen him with a weapon. I had never seen him making me do something like this."
Jesus.
Clark testified that Combs broke into Kid Cudi's home, and then later that day, he found Cassie and immediately began beating and kicking her. Clark says a security guard stood by as Combs kicked Cassie, and Clark testified Combs threatened to hurt her too if she tried to stop him from harming Cassie. Clark also testified that Combs said he would kill anyone who told the police that he had broken into Cudi's home. She was also asked about Cuddy's testimony last week that Combs had firebombed his car. Clark testified that she was contacted by LA Fire Department arson investigators, but she declined to make a statement. She said, quote, "I wanted this whole thing to be over." Later today, prosecutors plan to call LA fire and police representatives to the witness stand. Prosecutors will ask them to corroborate Cuddy's testimony that his $140,000 Porsche convertible was blown up with a Molotov cocktail.
And they have to do that because there was not a prosecution in this case. There were not police reports in this
Yeah, there's
case.
no
So they
yeah,
have to prove that,
exactly.
yes, these crimes actually did happen. They are not able to testify who did it, but they can testify as to the nature of the criminal acts.
Lawyers for Sean Combs are beginning to cross-examine Capricorn Clark right now. They have argued to the judge there's no proof that Combs was involved in the firebombing. They say it's just speculation.
Yeah, because because Kid Cudi just thinks that it was Diddy because of all the shit that happened, and he was in a relationship at some point with Cassie. So, also I think the perpetrator that did the firebombing was like masked up and shit, so nobody could tell who it was. Two dead, 9 wounded. Philadelphia shooting. Oh
Right
yeah,
now,
this
at least
was
2 people are dead, 9 others hurt after a
Yeah.
shooting in Fairmount Park in Philadelphia.
Earlier.
Police say that park was busy during the day with families gathering for Memorial Day cookouts. According to investigators, the shooting happened at 10:30 last night when people were still there. At least 2 of the victims are children. Police have also not said whether anyone is in
10:30
custody for that
yesterday
shooting yet.
night. Okay, and then we got the more leaks over Bitcoin password, sources say.
We have new developments in the case of the crypto investor accused of kidnapping an Italian tourist. Police say he imprisoned and tortured the victim for more than 2 weeks inside of a luxury townhouse in Manhattan. And the victim, police say, was his business partner. News 4's Mark Santia is in Nolita with more on the investigation.
The NYPD crime scene unit is here going through this 6-story home. Law enforcement sources tell us police found a gun inside today, a gun they believe was used as part of a kidnapping and torture plot. Facing a judge this morning, John Waltz, the so-called crypto king of Kentucky. Law enforcement sources tell News 4 Waltz and a business partner spent the last few weeks torturing their third business partner, an Italian citizen who arrived in New York City earlier this month. Waltz and the other partner are accused of taking the victim's passport and electronic devices, then demanding his Bitcoin password. When the 28-year-old refused, police say Waltz and the other business partner pistol whipped the victim, held a gun to his head, used a chainsaw on his leg, urinated on him, tied his wrists, drugged him, used live electric wires on him.
Wait,
Urinate?
Wait, why would urinate on him?
When the
Why?
victim managed to escape
What the
yesterday,
fuck?
police found him covered in cuts and bruises.
We were like,
Wait, use the
hold on,
use the chainsaw? I'm so
This Prince Street home
confused.
becoming a destination for curious New
And then
Yorkers
and then said
tourists
he was
who
covered in
heard
cuts
about
and
the
bruises.
kidnapping
But
and torture
you
case.
said he used a chainsaw.
right?
What?
It's medieval.
This crime is
I'm
being
confused.
investigated by the
What the
NYPD
fuck
Major
is
Case
happening?
Squad. The high-profile detectives handle all kidnapping cases across the 5 boroughs. The focus today, inside this luxury 6-story home with an elevator described by law enforcement sources as a high-end frat house with bottles of expensive alcohol strewn about.
Does
and stripper
the
poles
guy
in the
smell
basement.
like
Neighbors
piss?
tell us off camera they would hear
I
loud
have
partying
so
at
many
all hours of the
questions.
night, but they had no idea.
How
it
did
was
he
an
survive?
alleged
Like, I'm so
torture chamber.
confused.
Waltz
Did
is
he
being
feed
held
you?
without
I was
bond.
like,
His attorney did not speak to the
did
media
you eat
after his
meals?
court appearance. Police are still searching for the third business partner. In Nolita, I'm Mark
What?
Santia, News 4 New York.
Why did he piss on you? What the fuck? What's wrong with people? Well, let's get this going. The Trump's new military ad versus Biden's military ad. Uh-oh. Who's going to be the winner? Trump or Biden? Take your pick. Take your pick. Make your bets now. Uh-oh. Make your bets now.
No more distractions. No more electric tanks. No more gender confusion. No more climate change worship. We are laser focused on our mission of warfighting.
The little girl raised
it was
by two
Hexa.
moms. I also marched for equality. I like to think I've been defending freedom from an early age. When I was 6 years old, one of my moms had an accident that left her paralyzed. Doctors said she might never walk again. But she tapped into my family's pride to get back on her feet, eventually standing at the altar to marry my other mom.
Ah.
We will
Yeah,
measure
yeah.
our success not only by the battles we win, but also by
yeah.
the wars we end, and perhaps
Your other
most
mom.
importantly,
Yeah.
the wars we never get into. It's called peace
Good
through
for you.
strength.
Active duty yeoman,
for
second
you.
class Joshua Kelly doubles as drag queen Harvey
Oh,
Daniels and now is the
Jesus.
face of the Navy's recruitment drive as a digital ambassador.
I'm at the top of my game. I'm right up there with the big dogs. Girls, come on.
Oh, there's a
Look into the
beach hazard
eyes
going on?
of these young Americans who are giving up the best years of their life in a uniform to serve their nation. They are incredible.
Through our power and might, we will lead the world to peace. Our friends will respect us. Our enemies will fear us. And the whole world will admire the unrivaled greatness of the United
No,
States
no,
military.
wait, was this the, oh my god, that's fucked up, that's so fucked up, they gave them the image of him nuking, basically, an orbital, not orbital, but fucking, bombarding them with some bombs. They use that fucking, that's fucked up. They like Predator missiled them.
Of the United States military.
When I was 17, I had such
That was the Houthis, right, in Yemen. They for whatever reason the Houthis decided to group up in a circle, and it was just like, yeah, why not?
We will replenish the pride of our armed forces, end the recruitment crisis.
We don't fight because we hate what's in front of us. We fight because we love what's behind us.
Hi, I'm Major Rachel Jones, and what pride means to me is celebrating that diversity is our strength as a nation and as an army.
One of the dumbest phrases in military history is our diversity is our strength. Our diversity is not our strength. Our unity and our shared purpose is our strength.
God bless you. God bless our armed forces. God bless our men and women serving overseas. And God bless the United States of America.
But I do think it's important, actually, for those of us in uniform to be open-minded and be widely read. And I want to understand white rage.
To be,
and I'm white.
I mean, everyone's already
DEI
open.
is not
Well, I
going
mean,
well at
some
the
people
Defense
are
Department
open-minded.
because it's dead.
Anyways. Alright, time for the memes now. He thinks we're stupid. Who is this, Biden? Do 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 do.
And when it comes to the issues of arresting anyone for any slogan, that is a sovereign issue.
Oh, this is the South African
where we
nurse.
need to be instructed by anyone that go and arrest this one. We are a very proud sovereign country that has its own laws, that has its own processes, and we take into account what the Constitutional Court also decided when it said that, you know, that slogan.
Wait, why are we
"Kill the poor,
talking
kill
about
the
the
farmer,"
ICC?
is a liberation chant and slogan, and it's not meant to be a message that elicits or calls upon anyone to go and be killed.
You sure about that?
Shoot to kill, Yamaza.
Yeah, what? This is in your own country. What the fuck are you talking? What do you mean the ICC? This is in your own country. The ICC is gonna do shit. Well, I mean, they can look into it.
And that is what our court decided. So they will probably want to arrest people willy-nilly. We follow the dictates of our constitution because we are a constitutional state and we are a country where freedom of expression is the bedrock of our constitutional
The freedom.
arrangement.
Yes, the freedom. Yes, freedom. Yes, the freedom to let other people kill your citizenry. Yeah, the freedom of, yeah, exactly. The freedom of expression to kill your own citizenry. Yes.
Make America Great Again. My comment is, do you accept that that could possibly be construed as a racist remark? And most people, a lot of people go, how could that be racist? Make America great again? I said, so just ask yourself from an African-American experience, when was it ever great in America for the African-American? When was it great? So if you're making it great again, it's not including them.
Yeah.
My disappointment is immeasurable. And my day is ruined.
A disappointment is immeasurable. Yeah, he has said some things in the past that were like, yeah. I mean, he's basically a Democrat, right? Right. That's why I don't really like talking about certain actors too much, because it's like, yeah, some of them are fucked in the head. Yeah, I try to stay away from talking about actors too much, because it's like, yeah, some of them are. A strange incident in Liverpool. There we go.
What clearly looks like a road rage incident in Liverpool when a man drove a car into crowds of
Yeah, I was wondering about
football
this.
fans quickly turned into a political issue. The usual grifters on X quickly insinuated or outright claimed that it was an Islamic terror attack. Always a particularly
Islamic
stupid
terror, not
move before
again.
the identity of
Jesus.
the perpetrator is even known. Video footage showed the car acting erratically and fans repeatedly punching and kicking it.
Look, just because some shit happened with those terror attacks doesn't mean it's always the same, okay? Yeah, it's just oh my god, that dude's like trying to break his hand. Oh.
The driver then appeared to be beeping as he idiotically tried to drive through the crowd.
Oh yeah, that's insane.
Eyewitnesses also suggested a confrontation between Liverpool fans and the driver preceded the incident.
That fella was in his car and all lads were just punching his car in and all walls were opening his door and all that and everyone was saying pack it in and they were punching his car and he's just flipped it and fucking drove through them all. But he said before that, he went, there was two men fighting in the street, punching each other. He went, it was fucking horrendous.
Which is not to say it's anyone's fault but the driver himself. Running over kids because you can't control your temper deserves nothing but total condemnation and a lengthy prison sentence. The story took a turn when police swiftly came out and identified the
just
culprit.
some dude, because
stopped at the scene. And a 53-year-old
yeah, the dude was
white
literally
British man
angry
from the Liverpool area
because there was a
arrested.
game going on,
As to why
and
this
I guess he
didn't
couldn't
happen after
get
the
out or
Southport
something. I don't
attack,
even
when
know.
authorities kept Axel Rudakabana's identity hidden for 2 days. Next time an actual Islamic terror attack happens in the UK, and the culprit isn't a 50-year-old white British man, will authorities reveal his ethnicity so quickly? I very much doubt it, but now that precedent's been set, when they inevitably sit on the identity of the next jihadist, people will rightly point out the hypocrisy. Emily Spurrell, Police and Crime Commissioner for Merseyside, said it was standard practice for forces to release a suspect's ethnicity, except after Southport when they didn't. Thankfully, it's looking like no one died, which is a blessing, but also somewhat explainable by the fact that the guy wasn't deliberately trying to murder people in a calculated manner. He just seemingly flipped out. Apparently, he was drunk and had exited a nearby Hooters bar, but the bigger question is how authorities even allowed a car to get so near to the crowd.
Who left this road open, honestly, because all the other roads around the city are like blocked from 9 a.m. this morning when I'm driving around. They was all blocked, and this main road here, this was a recipe for disaster, a perfect storm, and then poor people who basically been ran over there. It was like, this ain't no accident. Why have the council left this road open?
Especially when security was so tight they had snipers positioned on the roofs of buildings. But the Liverpool incident has set an interesting new precedent which authorities may struggle to maintain.
That is interesting.
If you value what I do and you want to help support me, please visit pauljosephwatson.locals.com and either pledge a one-time donation or subscribe to join my community, get early access videos, and message me directly. An exclusive live stream.
Oh, I see. Now it's a person, not a
Check
car.
out the locals link down in the description. And don't forget to take a look at the brand new website.
Oh, when it's a white person. Oh,
Modernity.news.
it's a
That's
car.
where you'll find
It's
all
a
my
person
content,
now,
including
not a car.
exclusive
Oh, we
articles.
see
That's
now. Okay.
Modernity.news.
Oh, we don't want to release the information of this individual who clearly stabbed some people. It's like, Jesus, fuck. This is shady. Yeah, the fact that they're trying to like keep a lid on information for some reason like that, it's so fucking shady. It's so fucking shady. Oh, here's more on the Liverpool attack.
Four
Count
Liverpool
Dankula.
fans seriously hurt when car plowed. 4 Liverpool fans seriously hurt when car ploughed into a crowd. The suspect acted alone, police say. Now, as soon as everybody heard the details, I was like, yeah, I hold back. I like to hold back now. I like to just make sure about the ethnicity of the attacker. And in this case, it's very good that I did, because it turns out he was white. That's all I know about him, though. Liverpool, England. British police were holding a 53-year-old man on Tuesday over a collision that turned a joyous soccer celebration in Liverpool to tragedy and sent more than 24 people to hospitals, 4 of them in very serious condition. And I did actually see footage of the crash. It didn't look like he ploughed into the crowd like most terrorist attackers do.
Yeah,
he was
was
driving in and like
yeah.
nudging people, and then he did a big lurch through the crowd, and that was the one that hurt quite a lot of people. Merseyside police say they are not treating.
Yeah,
the
I saw
incident
one
as
person
terrorism
flying. I was
and are
like,
not
holy
looking
shit.
for other suspects. The force has not identified
person
the
caught some
arrested
air.
driver. Police in Britain usually do not name
That dude was
suspects
probably
until
hit
they
at
are
like, I don't
charged.
know, 25,
Now, basically,
35
everybody
miles
saw
per
it, and
hour.
people at the scene who were running up and thumping on the car saw the guy, and it was a white British guy. That's what they're saying. Now, he was a white guy. Apparently, he was British. didn't hear an accent, don't know anything about that, but who knows? But nobody knows exactly why he did it either. Detectives were working to piece together how a minivan ploughed into crowds packing a narrow street, just after the players of Liverpool Football Club had celebrated the Premier League Championship with an open-topped bus parade. Water Street near the River Mersey in the heart of the city was cordoned off by police tape, and a blue tent had been erected on the road strewn with detritus of celebration, including bottles, cans and Liverpool flags. Oh crap, see how the police, when they do that little walk around looking for evidence on the ground, they're going to have a hell of a time. Poor bastards. Liverpool City Metro Mayor Steve Rotherham said 4 of the injured were very, very ill in hospital. The North West Ambulance Service said a total of 47 people were injured, of whom 27 were taken to the local hospitals. While 20 were treated at the scene of the crash for minor injuries, there were no reported deaths, thankfully.
Yeah, I think I think it was people like punching the car and shit that probably injured themselves and whatnot.
A child was among 4 victims trapped under the van that was lifted by firefighters to free them. Hundreds of thousands of Liverpudlians had crammed the street of the port city in northwest England on Monday to celebrate the team winning England's Premier League this season for a record-tying 20th top-flight title. I don't know what any of that means because I'm not interested in football at all. Sorry. As the parade was wrapping up, a minivan turned down a cordoned-off street just off the parade route and ploughed into the sea of fans wrapped in their red Liverpool scarves, jerseys and other memorabilia. A video on social media showed the van strike a man, tossing him in the air before veering into a larger crowd, where it ploughed a path through the group and pushed bodies along the street before coming to a stop. It was extremely fast.
Yeah, that's the one I saw. That dude getting fucking tossed in the air
as the minivan passed by them. Initially, we just heard the pop, pop, pop of people being knocked off the bonnet of the car. Rashid said the crowd charged.
I obviously cannot show that video because
everybody was going to
show some fucked up shit. Right?
Didn't run in and immediately cordon off the car. They were going to kill him. Like, that guy was going to die. They were going to tear him limb from limb.
I gotta be careful because Twitch
and just plowed through the rest of it.
I think
he
Kick would be fine with it.
Rashid said it was horrible,
Twitch,
and you could hear the bumps as he was going over people. Police quickly identified the suspect as a white local man to prevent misinformation from flooding social media, Rotherham said. And that was one thing. Whenever the attacker's white, you get the information like right away. You always get the information right away, especially because the police are on the scene and see the guy and immediately talk to journalists, right? You always get the information right away if the guy's white. And that's when the police panic, going, oh, quick, quick, quick. Van driving into a crowd, everybody's going to think it's a Muslim, we're going to get a repeat of the Southport riots, quick, release the information. And that's fine. I like it when information's released immediately. However, whenever you don't get the information immediately, well... No answer to the question is an answer to your question. Rotherham said police acted appropriately to tamp down online speculation about the person responsible as false rumours spread rapidly online of there being another incident. Social media is a cesspit, he said, referring to the conjecture and misinformation. It was designed to inflame, it was designed to divide. The message of hate doesn't go down well here. Last summer, the teen in the nearby town of Southport killed 3 girls in a stabbing rampage at a dance class and wounded 10 others, including 2 adults. An incorrect name of the suspect was spread on social media, and people said he was an asylum seeker. In fact, he had been born in the UK. However, his parents were asylum seekers, and they were supposed to be getting deported. However, there was a person that actually defended the father in court and got him his right to remain in the UK, and that person's name was Keir Starmer. Don't worry about it. Rioting spread across England and Northern Ireland, targeting
it's always
Muslims and refugees in hotels for asylum seekers, lasting about a week. Prime Minister Keir Starmer, and then we've got a bunch of Facebook mums who are also in prison for a very, very long time for just posting Facebook posts and stuff.
Yeah, I heard about.
Yeah, what a wonderful country. Prime Minister Keir Starmer said he was appalled by the tragedy as he hailed the bravery of rescuers and said the country's thoughts were with the city and its people. Scenes of joy turned to utter horror and devastation, Starmer said Tuesday. Liverpool stands together and the whole country stands with Liverpool. Okay, as for the actual attack itself, I don't know what happened. I don't know. This is the problem is... See, whenever it's someone, shouting Allahu Akbar and all that stuff, then there you go. There's your answer as to why the person did it. But whenever it's this case, now you're kind of like, why did the guy do it? Does he hate Liverpool? Was he really angry about his team losing or something? Like, was he maybe a bit mentally ill and just decided to go out and do that stuff? Or maybe it was a case of, does anybody remember that guy that rammed his car in? He didn't really ram his car into the parade in New York, but basically all the streets were cordoned off and he needed to go through and there was no other route. So he actually broke through the barrier and started driving down the parade route. Now, he didn't hit anyone. He wasn't trying to crash into anyone, but people saw a car careening down the parade route and everybody started panicking and running away and freaking out because they thought it was a terrorist attack.
Yeah.
Right, so that was a thing that happened there. So maybe this was another case of that.
Well, I
'Cause
mean,
when that bicycle race was happening.
I mean, look, I hate to say it, but when you have a car that's plowing through people, yeah, people are gonna think, wow, that's pretty fucked up and terroristic because it's just ramming through people. Just one person, by the way, just using that car as a fucking weapon like that.
In Glasgow,
and
I was
could
having to drive
easily
into the
just
office,
take out people.
I was losing my shit. I was getting really, really, really mad. I didn't break through any barricades and careen down the street. I didn't do that. I just had to park really far away, and I was very annoyed. I was really, really pissed off about that. Maybe this was a case of that. Maybe it was. So it's either the guy just had a rager at the streets being cordoned off and he had some place he had to be, drove into the crowd, people charged the car, he panicked and tried to march away to
there
escape,
have been
and then
some instances
realised that
where
he was
people
running
have been
people over
like,
and stopped the car. Maybe it was
I don't know what the fuck
Maybe
is
he was
wrong
really,
with them,
really
but
mentally
they're all
ill,
like,
or
no,
maybe
I
he's one of
must
those
go
white
this
Muslim
way.
converts, who knows?
I'm gonna fuck
Well,
your
maybe he's just
barricade.
crazy.
I'm gonna
But
go
I
through.
miss
It's
the
just
days
like,
when
what
people
the
were just
fuck?
crazy.
No, bitch.
Whenever you
get
heard
the
of a school
fuck outta
shooting or
here.
whenever you heard of any kind of attack or mass stabbing in the street, the answer back in the day was always, he was just crazy. He was just crazy, and then the men in the white jackets came and took him away. That was it. There wasn't any big fuss. There was no riots. There was none of that stuff. The men in the white jackets came and took the man away, and that's the last anybody ever heard of him. And he gets to sit in the corner of a room and drool for like the rest of his life. I miss those days. I miss better times. I miss better times when we just had some good homegrown native crazy people. I miss them. Now they even shut down the asylums and do all that care in the community stuff so you could have an actual maniac living next door to you. But it's okay. The nurse comes out twice a day to make sure he takes his pills. Right? So as for the guy's motives or anything like that, maybe they'll come out. If the police think they won't cause a riot, then the motives will come
you
out.
okay in there?
However, I don't think we're going to learn why he did it.
Yikes. Yeah. Well, they're either living next door to you or they're in the prison system. Fucking schizoing out, yeah? That's just how it is. What do we got here?
Retards!
Retards!
How you guys doing? Look at all these retards. How you doing, sir?
How you guys doing? You can't record us.
I'm recording you. What are you going to do? Man, why are you shaped like that? Why are you shaped
Why are you shaped like that?
Oh, there you go. Recording. Call the cops. Hey, thank you for your service, sir. Appreciate you.
All the Christians in the world living in the country.
What's that? Thank you for your service, sir. I don't know how you ended up with these people. Thank you for your service.
What? How many Christians are in the group? What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know.
Look at him going to the library.
How you guys doing? How's everybody doing? Oh my God, a Tesla! A Tesla! No!
Oh my God, it's a
Nazi! They're
No!
Oh my God, a Tesla Nazi!
They're awesome cars. They're awesome cars.
Cop killers! No cop killers!
Absolutely, yes.
No cop killers!
Yeah,
How you
cop
doing, sir?
killer, yeah. Wait,
Hey, I
what?
know you hate me. I love you, though. Praise Christ.
Praise Christ, yes, praise Christ.
Yeah, I said retard a bunch of times because, I mean, look at you guys. Look at all Praise Christ. Sir, what do you do? You look like you work hard your whole life and you're with
Yes,
these
the power
idiots.
of Christ
Come on,
compels
man.
me.
It's sad. How you doing, sir?
Oh, that was fucking hilarious. Porter fully exposes Jasmine Crockett with one brutal fact.
Representative Crockett, why do you and Rhett McIver continue to play the victim when you guys are the violent ones? What's up with congressional Democrats always playing the victim when you guys are in the wrong? Would you like to answer, Congresswoman?
Why you guys always play the victim card? Congresswoman. Hey, Congresswoman? Anything? Yes? No? Nothing? Okay. Yeah, she's got that ghetto swagger on her. Yeah. Gotta love Democrats, yeah. Oh, oh, bitch! You fucking punched his face. This is like, oh shit. I saw that.
Today I'm graduating with a master's in public administration and policy in the arts.
What kind of job can you get when you graduate?
Wait, public administration and a policy in the arts. What the fuck does that even mean? What? Got a fucking degree.
The public sector in the arts, which is like the National Endowment for the Arts and things like that, but Trump cut them. So now I'm pivoting.
What? I'm so confused. What the fuck just happened? Ah, jeez.
If there is any trans joy, if it happens at all, it happens very briefly, sometime between the 25th story and the ground.
Day without trans violence. What?
I want to remind everybody we are coming out of May, and then there's going to be June, and then there's going to be July. I want to remind everybody that July 4th is canceled. It's canceled. It means nothing.
Canceled.
It's trash. It's garbage. It's something we vomited up, apparently.
Good times create white liberal men. White liberal women create hard times. 100 to 0. U.S. Senate passes no tax on tips act. Oh yeah, that's right. So they actually did pass this. My barber just offered me a $1 haircut if I tipped him $50. Oh, the whole thing just. This whole thing just broke. It's just like, oh. He fucking hit it so hard, one of the fucking things broke. And all he could do was just sit. He was just like, oh shit, what do I do? Hey, I mean, that's one way to do it, yeah. Fucking kid, man. Yeah, exactly. It's off to a good start. He should do well in life. It's all coming out. What's all coming out?
Or Puerto Rico, where I'm.
Oh, Puerto Rico. Oh, is this the?
Or Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware. They're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is just supporters. The only garbage I see floating out there is just supporters.
A few moments later.
Joe Biden's garbage line about Trump supporters sent Kamala Harris campaign into panic mode.
Go f yourself.
Yeah, basically.
What in the name? No!
Garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
Shit! He said the thing. Fuck. Alright. And with that, that concludes the memes and news.